my ass.
I just banged your wife?
Find me the name of this garbage show again that I'm on.
Total Nonstop Impact.
My name's John, capital letter E, period, Bravo, and you're listening to the Total Nonstop Impact podcast.
This is the real Impact Wrestling World Champion, Big Michael Elgin, and you're listening to Total Nonstop Impact.
This is the jaw-jacking Tuesday Night Impact, and his mother called him son because he shines like one. Mocha Skin Manimal, Rohit, Raju, and you are watching Total Nonstop Impact.
This is Taya, la güera loca, and you are listening to Total Nonstop Impact.
The Walking Weapon, Josh Alexander, and you're listening to Total Nonstop Impact.
We are the Rascals. And you are listening to Total
Nonstop
Impact podcast, baby.
Woo! And what you're really listening to is Total Nonstop Impact. Don't you dare miss a lesson. Oh, yeah.
What's up, Impact Wrestling? Let's make some noise!
Sitting here, you guys got a 15-minute intro of putting yourselves over while I'm sitting here and watching Jaybone and Kaylon and your 50. I never saw a 15-minute intro of three guys putting themselves over.
This is the good stuff.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Total Nonstop Impact. Impact Talk for Impact fans featured right here on the TNI network. This is Trent on my co-host Alisha and Jaybone. What's happening, you two? What's going on, everybody? Good.
Hey,
evening.
how's it going?
Jaybone, what the hell were you doing at the top of the show there? What was going on? Can you explain yourself, please?
I'm showing off my excitement for aces and eights.
He is extremely guys. So we did the watch along. Alisha, you got to get on his watch alongs one day, but. J-Bone's a maniac. He's been drinking all day. You know, he gets the CBD lollipops. So it's uppers and downers all day long. You know, it's just the guy's a lunatic. He's talking to the fans. He's yelling at people. He brought Humble Beast on in the chat. Humble Beast was our guest today in the watch along. What the hell is happening over there, J-Bone?
It's been an emotional week. I'm sorry.
Total lunatic. So the aces and eights tees at the end. He lost his goddamn mind. He's on his second monitor. He smashed the other monitor out of excitement. Jay, what the hell's wrong with you today? What's going on here?
It's been an emotional week. You should have seen my beer-fueled rant over on Smash's podcast last night.
Yeah. So, guys, we've all been talking, right?
He's just like, yeah.
Well, I want to address it, right? Kind of. We've all been talking. We've all been going back and forth, right, Alicia? We've been talking about all the stuff. Let's just call it the stuff, the issues.
The stuff.
It's heavy, guys. And it's very new. It's very raw. The wound's very open. I'll put it out there publicly in front of you two and for everybody. I say my proposal is I don't want to really get into it. We're trying to take people's minds off of stuff right now. A lot of things are being investigated. Some things are in the preliminary stage. Some things have already been concluded, as we know. You know, people are removed from rosters at this point. I say we just focus on the show. We get everybody's minds off stuff. And maybe as things develop, if you guys in the chat, if our listeners want us to do a special on it at some point, just to give you guys an open forum to talk about it, we'll maybe do another show on the weekend or next week sometime when things kind of see themselves through. Alicia, what do you think? Is that fair for everybody?
Yeah. I think it's fair enough. We've got a lot to work on as a community here, but I think, if we all do our part in trying to make wrestling safe for everyone, we're on the right track.
Yeah. Jay, got any thoughts on it? Just want to get your opinion on it too for everybody, just so we all have a voice here.
And it's hitting everybody differently. And I was just talking to Alisha about it just real briefly before we went live, before you jumped in the studio.
Yeah.
us guys as fans, you know, we've got our favorites and the ones we boo, the ones we love. And then you've got the female fans, the women. Are you fans of professional wrestling? And it's got to affect them with all this news very differently, you know? And it's you know, it's like it's rough all over. It's tough. Brands are slowly but surely taking care of the issues that have been brought to the forefront of social media. And my own little quick opinion on that is I wish it wasn't all over social media. It has given people the strength to come out, which is a positive. I will say that. I just wish this was all brought forth differently, you know? But however people come to justice throughout all of this, we'll have to wait and see, you know?
Yeah. So that's what we'll do, guys. We'll let some things play out. Then we'll address them. But that being said, everybody, I want to do this. I do want to give kudos to the Impact Wrestling video editing team, because from the word I got was that they were up all night editing the show in order to make this contour it for the people who are being removed from the show right now during things and who have been removed from the roster. They were up all night to prepare and deliver it to get to Access TV this morning. So kudos to them, man. Kevin Martin's in the house here, guys. Definitely tweet your local Impact video production team of Kevin Martin, Eric Tompkins, Dave Sahadi, their whole team, man. Basil's in the chat here. He can go ahead and name off some names too, but there are a lot of people who worked very hard to make this show watchable today, given everything. So I definitely want to give them a shout. So we appreciate it. Ingrid and Basil are having a nice little friendship in the chat. Guys, why don't you text each other and leave our show to us? If why don't you call each other once in a while, if that's the case? Look at this. What are we doing here?
See, that's what Trent and I do in the chat, and you know, and Alisha and Kalon. That's what we do in our chat. You know, we're like, oh, I miss your face, and then we call each other, and then we go, all right, that's enough.
That's enough of your face. And we just go back to texting. All right, guys. So what's new, everybody? Alisha, how's your week so far? Quarantine's kind of easing up a little bit. People are going back to work. Things, you know, you having a good week? How's the week starting off?
So far, so good. I mean, otherwise, just trying to enjoy my last week off before I start work again this coming Monday. So it's going to be nice to get into a routine again.
Yeah, life's going back. Jay, things are easing up, but you know, Jaybone has not seen sunlight in 4 months. You know, he was quarantining before the quarantine started. You know,
I am officially the whitest guy in this neighborhood. I stepped out my door the other day. The lady across the street from me, she was in her bathroom getting her mail. She screamed and ran back in the house. I was like,
Jay, initially I thought it was the lighting in your room, but I can see now you are the palest man I've ever met in my life.
Are you sure you're not a vampire?
I am officially a retired. I used to be a vampire. I am a retired vampire.
He's a retired vampire. All
right. Manny Bones, who is on a bit of a vacation.
Where the hell did he go?
He's well, you know, he was getting kind of stinky back here. He had the same clothes on for like several weeks. I think he might be doing one of those like mineral soak things you see that's like a new thing I'm seeing. It's like people just like sit in a spa and they just float for like 90 minutes for $200. I'm like, I don't know what the hell that is, but I think that's where Manny Bones is. So we might see a refreshed Manny Bones in the background soon.
I have an odd feeling, Alisha, that he's actually washing the skeleton.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I just picture it going through the spin cycle of the wash and then the dryer.
What's happening back there, Jaybone? Actually, I don't want to know. Wisconsin's known for a lot of weird shit, man. There's been some real weird shit that's come out of Wisconsin in the serial killer realm. And I really don't want to go down that road with you.
just please don't bring up Dahmer. That's a really dark one, okay?
He did live in the same
Because
neighborhood.
he did some really weird shit with Bones in his apartment. So no, let's not go there, okay?
That's enough. That's enough. Cut his mic, please. Alicia, you cut his mic, please. All right, guys.
I don't have any. I have no control.
Kalon is not here, everybody. He's got some personal issues. He might pop in a bit later. He's taking care of a couple things at home. So just be the three of us tonight. But we're here, guys. Impact Wrestling, June 23rd, 2020. We're almost out of June, officially almost heading into the second half of the year. 25 days till Slammiversary, guys. It is creeping up on us quick. This is the 18th year of Impact Wrestling, and we're going to be celebrating in July. That's pretty crazy. And if you guys don't know, we've been doing throwback shows every Thursday. Jay and I have been doing NWA TNA Throwback, and we're on episode 30 this week. Bill Gardner will be our special guest this week. And he will be joining us, the front row Impact legend himself. Alicia, did you watch TNA? Did you watch the Asylum days or no?
Some of it. I missed great gaps of it. We didn't get the opportunity to really see much of it.
So guys, if you're like Alicia and you have those gaps, Impact Plus gives you 30 days for free and then only $8 a month after that. J-Bone, we're loving it, aren't we?
We are. We're reviewing it every week. Awesome. We even had on one of our little throwback episodes, wasn't really a review, but it was a lovely little interview with the one, the only Vince Russo. But I just want to say thank you for everyone who's watched that. It's the most watched thing on this channel within the last 6 months. So thank you.
Yeah, dude. The Vince Russo interview was our highest rated show or episode of anything on the channel. So that's crazy. The guy, tell me again, the guy doesn't draw ratings, I guess. You know, they got the most views out of everything. So check that out if you guys haven't. All right, guys, let's jump into it. June 23rd, 2020. This was a lot of work to be done in this episode by the team. They made it work though. Still very exciting. It built up very, very nicely. And we're going to talk about each and every segment tonight. So let's get into it. Opened up, guys. Tasha Steelz with Kiera Hogan in her corner versus Nevaeh. I go to our resident knockout to talk about it, though. Alisha, what do you think? This was I didn't think this was going to be as long as it was, but these two went at it had to be like 12 minutes at least. But they were killing it. I loved it.
Oh yeah, they were killing it. They were really taking each other through it. I loved it. I loved the whole thing. I love Tasha and Kiera together. Their personalities just pop so hard together. Like, what a refreshment, you know? And of course, Nevaeh and Havok is great. Can't go without saying that, but they're really standing out for me lately.
Do Tasha and Kiera have history prior to Impact? Because their chemistry is just like instant, right? Like these two just hit it off. I know we know Nevaeh and Havok too, but these two just like it's almost like they were meant to do this team. Like it's crazy. I don't know if they had any history prior or what. I'm sure Critical Things going to chime in any second, J-Bone, and be like,
the stars aligned.
Yeah. It's Critical Things going to be in the chat any second, James. It'd be like, don't you know that these two, blah 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 blah, we're here. I'll get all the trivia in just a second from.
Oh, absolutely.
This was awesome, though. I love this match. These two just they killed it. I thought this was fantastic. Tasha got a huge win. A little bit of cheating, obviously, would not be a Kiera Hogan and Tasha Steelz team if there wasn't a little distraction involved. But Kiera distracted Nevaeh, and then Tasha got the win on the roll up. So that was pretty cool. What do you guys think is coming out of this, though? Guys in the chat, sound off too. What do you think is coming out of this, Alicia? Is this knockout tag team title thing happening or what? Give me your opinion on this.
I feel like it is. I mean, we still got 25 days until Slammiversary, and I really feel like that's going to be an awfully nice perk to the big event.
I think so. I really do. The
build-up is strong.
We got what? 1, 2, 3. We got 3 episodes of Impact before it. So you know what I mean? We got 3 episodes of Impact, and that's a lot of time to build up a Knockouts tag team, Jay. I mean, and we got enough teams. We got enough teams in the Knockouts division. What do you say? Well, Jay, let me get your opinion on this. Who were the last Knockouts tag team champions? Do we know offhand? I totally am blanking on this right now. Who were the last Knockouts tag team champions? Does anybody remember?
I don't know who the last team was, but there is someone from the past Knockouts tag team division who has been making some noise on social media.
Yes, let's hear about this.
One Taylor Wilde.
Yeah, what's she been saying? Talk about it for a second.
Well, I do know. You know, she's been silent for a long time. And she's back, making some noise. She's getting some attention from Impact fans. And she has a podcast coming out soon. No details, but she did announce that she has a podcast coming out soon. So I think we're going to hear some news on that very soon, and possibly keep your eyes open, folks. She may return to the world of wrestling.
Has she been working this whole time? Alicia, you know anything? Has she been working anywhere, or did she just full on retire?
I'm pretty sure she full on retired for the time she was gone, because as far as I know, I haven't heard anything. I haven't seen her anywhere.
I haven't seen her at all. So, I mean, if she's coming back, it's a question of, can she still go? You know, does she still have it?
Oh, yeah.
You know, the ring rust. You know,
it's Taylor Wilde.
Taylor Wilde, man. She gets forgotten a lot, right? Like, they kind of forget about her a bit in the history of knockouts, though. But
yeah.
You know, she was a champion, though. They forget about her a lot.
I think it's just her era was just kind of all over the place, and a lot of people who were really important to the division kind of went by the wayside. People don't remember Roxy, and like there's so many people that just kind of never come to mind. They just think of like, the Velvet people. Sky and Angelina Love, like that's it.
It's true. There were a lot in there, guys. There was a lot of classic knockouts over the years. But I'll tell you what, I just looked it up. The last Knockouts tag team champions were ODB and Eric Young.
Yeah.
Then they got vacated, right?
Oh, that's
wow.
Right.
Okay, tell me this now. Hear me out. Hear this out. Hear me out here, guys. ODB's already in the family again. She's back.
Yeah.
Eric Young's rumored to be lingering around. Let's say both of them show up at Slammiversary.
That would be amazing.
Either defend the title or just like forfeit the titles, like something where Eric Young's like, yeah, I've had these for a bit and they were vacated. I figure I should give these back. And ODB's like, what are you doing? Bam! You know, or some shit.
If that doesn't happen, I'll be disappointed.
I think you have to do this. You bring it in. You have a gauntlet tag team match. Crown New Impact Knockouts tag team champions. It has to happen.
It writes itself. It's beautiful.
It writes itself, guys. It writes itself. And then those two can go on and say they had a 8-year title run because they deactivated in 2012. I would absolutely love for that to happen. Please.
Oh my goodness. If ODB shows up and Eric Young is like right behind her and she turns around and screams, "Where's my fried chicken?" Where
the hell have you been?
I'm just gonna pop. She's still waiting for her fried chicken, everyone. Seriously. I mean, this is one pissed off ODB. Bam! You know.
Amazing. I would absolutely love that. Yes. Let's make that happen. Guys, tweet the people. I know Ingrid's in here. Ingrid, you're listening. And you have an in. You can take these ideas. Go ahead and take the credit for them even, but just take these ideas to somebody. That's fine. Make this Ingrid, I'm looking at you to make this happen, please. We get a clip now. This was awesome. This I love, guys. We get Deonna Purrazzo and Jordan Grace on Busted Open Radio, and they're running with this feud. They're running with the feud on Busted Open Radio. It got profane. There was bad words. There was anger. I absolutely loved it. I think they scared the shit out of. Now, is that Dave LaGreca who was the host there? I'm not too familiar. I don't. Kyle watches it a lot.
That's Busted Open Radio. Yeah. With hosts David LaGreca is the anchor, and then he's got Bully Ray, he's got Tommy Dreamer, he's got I'm a little
Henry
rusty
also, right? Mark Henry's on there too.
Mark Henry, yeah, and then I think they got a couple other fill-ins here and there.
Yeah, they got a good show. Now, I absolutely love this. When this aired, Alicia, I thought this was cool because it made its rounds on social media first. So, like, I absolutely loved seeing stuff like this. I think we need more stuff like this. Look, they want to come on here. People want to come on this show and air out some beefs. Come right ahead. You can come on this show and air out your beefs too. We're totally fine with it. Jaybone can moderate. You know, he might scare the shit out of him. He might get hammered and just cope with it that way. But
air out your grievances. We're fully open for that. We'll give you the platform.
If we're gonna do that kind of stuff, I'm gonna need a few more of these because that could get really scary. I mean,
poor guy. Yeah, he's easily afraid. He hasn't left the house in 120 days. The man is losing his mind right now. Like he's lighter than Casper right now. It's unbelievable.
We're talking the amount of weeks that I've lost track of fingers. I gotta go down to my toes, and then it's just
It's a poor guy. Okay, Jay, how do you live with yourself at these days? I don't know how you're doing it, man. You still, not leaving the house for 120 days. You haven't even grown. I thought you maybe grow a few hair on top of your head, maybe a couple of hairs here and there. Maybe by the miracle of staying inside, you would have revamped yourself a little bit.
Trent, you were there for the Vince Russo interview.
It's true.
I'm just gonna refer back to that. What did I tell Vince?
You had to shave.
I wax.
You wax. That's right.
Ooh.
And he was.
Ow.
You made Vince very. Made Vince very uncomfortable with that, Jay.
I think I just made a little.
Oh, very nice. Okay, all right. Little too much information for me, but that's okay.
Yeah,
you made me uncomfortable.
Yeah, you made him very, very uncomfortable. I mean, let's see.
Not to get too weird, but that's the only thing I wax. Don't worry, that's all.
Oh, very nice. Okay, all right. Little too much information for me, but that's okay.
What he said.
Unbelievable, Jaybone. Unbelievable. All right, guys. I loved it though. I think this was really cool because it felt very, very angry, and I like that. I like that these two have heat in 2 weeks. They had insane heat, and I'm like, yeah, keep bringing that heat on. I like it. They announced the match officially for Slammiversary, so that's nice. So that we got the Slammiversary match scheduled out. The title match is there. So now we get again 3 more episodes of Impact to build this feud up, and it's already this hot in 2 weeks. I can only imagine if this is done right in the next 3 weeks. We got a lot of Impact or knockout domination going on lately. Anyway, this could be very cool. Jaybo, you want to say something? Go ahead.
Is this the is this the referee that was featured all over this episode tonight?
I don't know. He's wearing a referee T-shirt, Jaybone. I don't think he's a cameraman. I don't know what do you want me to say there. What are you asking me now?
I'm just saying if it is one of the newer Impact Wrestling referees, welcome to the show.
Welcome.
I don't know whether to say congratulations or I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't know.
Exactly.
Well, welcome, Daniel. Welcome. We don't know whether to make you feel welcome or apologize, but hey, thanks for being over here. Very nice. Hey, look who's here. Whoopsies there. Show the Twitch thugs some love, they said, Jaybone. Get those Twitch comments up.
But he commented, but he can't. Well, there's only a few of them. Actually, no, there's a few.
Whoopsies is interesting. He's commenting from YouTube, telling us to show Twitch love. You are you're really out of your element there, Whoopsie. I don't know what you're.
There's T-Tums is there. I think.
What a scumbag!
18 years. 18 years.
I feel like Kyle's here in spirit with all those sound bites.
I'm making up for him, guys. I'm making up for him.
He is. We'll share the responsibility. Yes.
Yeah, we're doing it. We're doing
it. He says, yes, that would be me. Well, welcome, Daniel Spencer.
Very
welcome
nice.
to the show.
It's very nice to have the folks from TV here watching this show. We appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Very nice of you guys to be here. Guys, look at on Twitch. Look at that, guys. Thanks to Brian. Thanks to Skull17. We have Angry Tanae emotes in Twitch. So thank you, Brian. How about that?
That's awesome.
Angry Tanae face is an emote under Total Nonstop Impact. So please go to Twitch. Please use the emotes, guys. Thank you, Brian, for doing that. So we'll see what happens. I want to see more build next 3 weeks. We got 3 weeks solid to build this up. You need more heat. Have them show up on more podcasts, talk shows, fight over social media. That might be a little tough right now, given the climate of social media. But play it out wherever you can. Obviously, we do love seeing that. So we'll see where that goes. Gia Miller, Ingrid's gonna, Ingrid, Gia Miller. I got it. It's Gia Miller. Okay, that's Gia Miller. Gia Miller is backstage. She wants to hear Deonna's take on Jordan's comments. And Deonna says, "Look, I didn't come to Impact to interact with people lower than me." And she says, "I came to win titles." So she's already like here. And then Alisha Edwards comes in and she calls her out. She's like, "You're a bit disrespectful. You're a new knockout," and she challenges her to a match. Alicia, are you an Alisha Edwards fan? What do you think about Alisha Edwards?
And I'm always excited when she appears.
One thing I got about Alisha Edwards, I gotta say, I want her to show a little more fire when she's delivering these lines. Sometimes I want her to be angrier because I'm sure she can be angrier, but it's like, man, rip into like let that. Don't even worry about what you're thinking about saying. Just like tear into these people.
I would love to see that because I know she's probably a fireball.
Well, think about this. Go back to the Ace Austin feud. And Jay, you remember this? We reviewed this. You and I were doing this one. The final chapter of the Ace Austin feud, when in the hotel room segments and all that stuff. When you could tell, it was awesome. And when she let loose, she was fantastic. When she let loose, like when you could tell, she wasn't thinking about what to say. She was in the moment, total heat. That's where Alisha Edwards is great, and I want to see more of that with her. What's up, Jay?
Are you talking about when they were in the hallway with Killer Cross, or are you talking about when Alisha Edwards completely lost it when her husband came in drunk during Brian Cage's wedding?
No. Well, yeah, I mean, yeah. But when the Ace Austin thing was going on, when they were in the hotel room and she set him up and Eddie got to him first and then she ended up whooping his ass.
Yeah,
she's certainly had some moments. Yeah, and
she's great.
She is. And look, she's been gone for a while. Give her a little bit. I mean, she's a busy mom now. You know, they adopted the little one. I believe it was a little girl.
Little girl,
and they took some time off. So I'm not going to call it ring rust. I'm not going to be that mean, but it's
happy to have her back.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Overall, yes, we are. Yeah.
Now, here's what I heard. Now, anybody in chat can confirm this too. I heard that this match originally was supposed to be the explosion match this week.
Oh.
But because what they had to cut out, they inserted this match into Impact tonight. So you kind of bumped up Deonna's in-ring debut to this match now because of that. So, I mean, you kind of like your timeline's a little here and there because of that. But it flowed. I got to say it did flow. It's not like it didn't make any sense. They kind of did tape. It looked like they taped it for the moment anyway, so it totally made sense. So it didn't feel like it was out of place. But from what I understand, this was originally going to be an explosion show. So,
they chopped it in finally.
Perfect. I think it worked out great.
Oh, absolutely.
I think it looked great. You couldn't tell me that it was like a last minute addition. So again, hats off to the editing team for making that one work because that one worked out perfectly. So good job, guys. All right. Next segment, guys. The MVP of the night, I said on Twitter tonight, the MVP tonight was Johnny Swinger. I think this guy absolutely killed it in every segment tonight. What do you have to say, Alisha? I know you're going to say something.
Silly Willie Mizark.
Talk about somebody hitting a home run tonight. This guy was on
He
fire.
made the episode. Seriously, every segment with him had me rolling. It was amazing.
100%. 100%. Jay was rolling. We were in the watch song. We were losing it. He was hilarious. Jay.
Yeah, this the all the little thing. What was it? Oh, he was saying he said crap, and then he said Krizap.
Yeah,
Krizap.
he corrected himself.
He kept saying Krizap. It's like,
how in the hell does Kyle not have a Johnny Swinger soundbite in all these things? We have 1,000 soundbites. I mean, we even have this. We have Jimmy Jacobs.
Meow, meow, meow. That's how I feel too.
We have Jimmy Jacobs. We don't have Johnny Swinger.
Well, we'll have to work on that. I think that will have to be addition. I mean, we do have some new ones here. What do we got here? We got
Kyle, don't play sound bites over me.
That's a really good
got that. We got a classic like
War Machine, Reno.
Jay, don't give them all away now. Don't blow the load here. And we got a show to do. We got to save these the right moments here.
Well, look, Kyle's not here, so we got to fill in a little. So you get one more.
Fat asses.
There you go. That's all I get.
That's great. All right, that's good. Well, we'll save the rest. All right. By the way, the fireworks are going off in my neighborhood. The firework conspiracy of 2020. What is happening? They are exploding outside of my window right now.
Oh,
guys.
mine. Ever since night hit, they've been going off around my town.
What is going on?
I live in Podunk, New Jersey. Like,
what's happening here? Okay, so in my state, I live in Illinois.
It's
where I live. Everybody goes to where Jaybone lives and buys them illegally and takes them over the border and brings them here. That's what's going on. What is happening every night around this time?
You can get them all over the place around here. You know, you can go to Pick and Save down the block. They got these huge stores out in the boondocks down on 94. You can get them all over the place.
Unbelievable.
But
America.
you can't shoot them off around here. That's the thing. Is like they could sell a truckload of them. Well, soon
This is a bunch of crap. This shit sucks.
Exactly. Thank you. But as soon as you light that match, boom, ticket.
Isn't that weird? It makes no sense to me.
strange.
All right. Johnny Swinger is excited to find a mystery partner for him and Chris Bay tonight. He's psyched. Someone's at the door. He grabs it. It's Rich Swann, everybody. Rich Swann's bag.
Yay.
Swanee. It's great to see Rich Swann. And he asks Swann, hey, why don't you be our partner tonight? Why don't you be our partner? And he's like, I ain't doing it, man. I'm still hurt. And I'm not cleared. And it's like, B, Willie Mack's my friend. I don't give a shit about you. I'm not teaming with you. And his reaction, Alisha, was amazing. The way he reacts is fucking amazing. Like, just the way he just is like shocked. Like, wait, why not? Talk about it for a second.
What's the problem?
What's the problem? Like, he's shocked. Like, how could you turn me down? What's the problem? Like, why? How can anyone turn me down? He's
just such a gem. What a good character.
He's such a this has been one of the best characters Impact has come out. And again, full commitment to this character. This was like, he is so in on this that, like, I think he really just thinks it's 1988. Like, he's living in 88. Like, he's going to see Bill and Ted Part 1 like any day now. Like, you know, he's asking
it's
that
great.
trailer. It's amazing. I love that. I love that Johnny Swinger just commits to it. But no, it's great. Great to see Swann back. Nice, put him into the show a little bit. Make sure we don't forget about him, right, Jay? It was pretty cool to see him tonight.
I popped. I was like, oh my God, are we actually going to get Rich Swann as the third person? And then he's like, no, I'm not even cleared. It's like, okay, I've got a feeling they're warming up to it because he's been gone for quite a while. I got a feeling they're warming up to it. They might be just saying things, and I'm using my quotes for the people listening on audio. It might be just saying things just to kind of stray as, oh, okay, he's not really ready yet. But is he?
What is he? Could be. He's been gone since Hard to Kill weekend. So that's 6 months. I mean, I don't know. I've never broken a bone, thankfully. But I don't know how long it takes to heal a broken bone. But
it just depends.
It all depends. His was bad, though. His was bad. Jay Key, those comments coming up. I know people are talking, man. These comments are blowing up in here. But, I mean, I love that. He was talking about his Rolodex, you know. The Rolodex. The Rolodex. He's awesome, man. Johnny is so good at what he does. But, yeah, listen, we could get Rich Swann back by Slammiversary. Maybe. I mean, that's another 3 weeks. That'd be 7 months total. I'm guessing Slammiversary, at least in some capacity. If he's
maybe. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed, guys. Let's send him some love. I don't think he ever uses his social media either. I think he's been locked out of it for like years. Like, I think what happened was he's been locked out of that social media for like years, and then he just never like goes on it. And then Johnny Swinger's got a Twitter that just never gets updated. It's like real Johnny Swinger, and it's like been real. It's been the same thing since like 2005 or whatever the hell.
It's amazing.
It's fantastic. The moment of the week was Bully Ray and Devon. So Ace and Eights era. So we're getting a little tease there. This ties into later on the show. Also, I imagine this was a little time filter because this flashback went on for a while, guys.
Yeah.
But I'm guessing this was part of the adjustment process that we had to do tonight. So no problem. I usually am not a big fan of the flashbacks being inserted into the show, but in today's case,
we're gonna let it slide.
We'll let it slide. Not gonna complain on that one. What do you got here, Jay? You gonna read his comment here? Getting hammered on these
Jaybone and Swinger. Yeah, I know. Between the lollipops and I'm doing, little sips of a little brewski over here. I'm just,
he is out of his mind today, guys. He's out of
one of these nights. Yeah. It says Jaybone and Swinger would be to pass on the pod. I can
Two
imagine
peas in the
them.
pod, I imagine.
Oh, two peas. Thank you. 2 peas in the pod. I can imagine them listening to Rat together.
Yes.
Cat with shades on emoji.
Cool cat. Jaybone, have you ever seen Rat in concert? Wait, hold on. I'm going to say yes. I knew it. Yes.
I have. It was 1997. It was the big comeback. I talked to everyone in the band except for the lead singer. But I talked to the lead singer 4 years before that when Arcade headlined summer of 1993 Summerfest Rock Stage. I was in the bleachers, half naked. It was awesome.
Cut his mic.
Nothing waxed.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. What the hell is happening with you, Jaybone?
What a scumbag!
Unbelievable.
Oh, good for you.
The hell is happening with you? Okay, look, I'm going to be honest. I've seen Rat twice too myself, but I'm nowhere near as wild as you are, Jay. Unbelievable. All right, guys. No, he's great though. Johnny is fantastic. We get the North having a little bit of a powwow about how they're being overlooked. They're backstage. Ethan Page is throwing a fit. He is having a conniption. Does anybody use that word anymore? Conniption? I use conniption.
I do.
Okay, good. Thank you. I wasn't sure. I'm like, is this a regional word? Jay, are you a conniption guy?
There's a local metal band from around the southeastern Wisconsin called Conniption.
Called Conniption?
Oh, gee.
Of course there is. Of course there is. I love the word conniption. It's great. It's almost like capiche. Anybody use capiche anymore? I used to use all. There we go. Alicia, all right. Old school. Very nice. Not alone here. Thank you. They're pissed off. Ethan Page is going. He's going in on Ken Shamrock though. Why is he going in so hard on Ken Shamrock? Like, he is pissed about Ken Shamrock. And then Shamrock confronts them. He's backstage, stares at Ethan Page, and he's like, you think what I do is easy? Think you know what do you, I'm a joke punk? And then he challenges him. And then Josh Alexander says, he's like, no, you want to fight? I'm ready to go. I'll throw hands with you right now. I'll do it. So then Josh takes the fight. So I don't know what's happening there, but are we leading up to Ethan and Ken, Josh? What's happening? I don't know. Wow, Jaybone, the chat is exploding with your inhibitions right now. What is happening, guys? What is that? Jesus Christ! I was 9 in 1997. What is Huckleberry? What is this Huckleberry thing? What am I missing with that?
What? All right, what did he say though? He goes, "Well, I'm your Huckleberry, and I'm gonna smash your melon."
Yeah.
What does he say?
What does that mean?
I don't know. I thought it was like a Huckleberry Finn reference.
You gotta watch. You gotta see the movie.
This is the greatest comment of all time. Calm down, Uncle Joe. Are you listening on audio? The comment from Ingrid is, calm down, Uncle Jesse. We have a guest, but wait. He's joining us. He's here, everybody. Hang on. Kaylon on the mic is here. Hey,
Kaylon.
Hey. How you doing, kid? How you doing?
KL for Chip. KL for Chip.
KL for Champ, he says. All right.
That's right. How's everybody doing tonight? How's the podcast going?
We're good. We're trying to figure out what is the Huckleberry reference. Ken Shamrock went up to Josh
Tombstone.
Tombstone.
The movie
That's
Tombstone.
weird. That's weird. Huckleberry.
Oh,
I was redesigning my background here, and I put a bunch of my weird soda bottles. And I 5 minutes ago, I chose a Huckleberry soda.
Wow.
Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
I was at the supermarket. I was at work. I didn't get to watch the episode as much as I should have. I missed this. So Huckleberry. That's a strange coincidence, isn't that?
Everybody is telling us it's from Tombstone. I've seen Tombstone. I didn't catch it. I haven't seen it in a long time. Unbelievable. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. I tell you,
one of the greatest actors of all time, Val Kilmer.
Val Kilmer is on your greatest actors of all time list? I don't know what the
He played Jim Morrison of the Doors, for God's sake.
Jiminy Christmas.
Thank you for
He was good.
Jiminy Christmas.
I've been holding down those sound bites.
He's my favorite Batman, goddammit.
He is. Cut his.
Jiminy Christmas.
No words. You guys are all embarrassments. Like, for example, I'm driving in my truck. Listen. I'm driving in my truck and I hear Jaybone and Humble Beast talk about beer, and it's just the most embarrassing conversation ever. You know, I am always talking about the craft brewery that my buddies own, and just like the conversation was so terrible. Jaybone was like, "Oh, what's a Yingling? Is that a special or something? That's America's oldest brewery, you moron. Yingling beer, you never heard of that?" And then Humble B says something like, "Oh, what's that? An ale? A lager?" Like, it was just embarrassing. I'm not a store for that sort of thing.
I was born.
Then Jaybone says he only buys the cheap stuff. Like, what a dirtbag! You go to the store and buy the horrible beer at the bottom of the shelf.
Can you even get Yingling where you live, Jaybone?
You cannot.
I've never even heard of it.
You can't get it.
You can't get it everywhere.
Okay.
Can't get it this far west. You can't buy
Can
it.
you get Arizona, Jaybone? Do you have Arizona?
He's got Arizona, that's for sure.
A 99-cent Arizona tea. Yes, it's delicious. I love the green tea stuff.
You cannot.
I live off of it. It's
you
$1.
cannot legally get Yingling. They won't let it cross the fucking line, the Mississippi.
I take that back.
You're missing out.
I take that back, but you're all still just a bunch of embarrassments. Except for you, Alisha, of course.
I went to grade school and high school. I went to school with a girl. Her name is Erin Lingling or something. It was something close to that, but that's the only thing I'm
going to tell you guys something. I was listening to that part of the chat. I was making my dinner, and I said, I'm a guy who's never had a sip of alcohol in his life, and even I knew what the hell. I'm like, what is it? What the hell are you two talking? Jaybone, your father worked for Pabst, for God's sake. You should at least have some insight on what the hell beer is.
You know, Jaybone knows about wrestling and glam metal, like Rat. That's it. Rat. He doesn't know anything else. That's all he knows. Like fatherhood. That's it.
I don't know whether to say congratulations or I'm sorry.
I don't know either.
Exactly. Look, my dad came home once and told me about. Now, this was before its time. This is before people started branding this shit. Pabst tried to come out with a beer with lemon in it.
Ugh.
Now, like everybody sticks fruit in their beer now. You know, Leinenkugels has what? 3 dozen different fruity beers out now.
Oh, they're shandies.
Yeah, all that kind of stuff. So it's like it's a common thing now. Now, the lemon in the beer Pabst name was apropos. I spit my milk out at the dinner table when my dad told me this.
Unbelievable.
That goes back to mid-'80s.
Kyle, you come on this show. We were pacing well. You know, like Mir was happy with me.
Everybody's talking wrestling. And
listen, Mir was happy. The show was pacing well. Okay.
Well, I told you, I'm going solo. I'm starting a new show. No wrestling because apparently I can't talk about wrestling.
Dude, I gotta keep
talking about Arby's though.
You come in, you disrupt the entire flow of the show.
You didn't bring any for the rest of the class?
Oh, look at this bag. There's enough for everybody. I'm fat.
Look at this. Daniel Spencer's with you, Jay. Poison shirt. He's also a Rat fan. I love them both too. I seen him. I seen him. I'm with you guys.
You're both Stewart.
Yeah, we are.
Todd.
Daniel Spencer's my favorite referee. I take back all the stuff I said during the review earlier.
All right, cut his fucking mic already. Jesus Christ, Jaybone. What are we doing here? All right, Hakeem saying back to the review. Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's get back on track. You know, Kyle, you come in here, you disrupt everything. I can't believe you're so
fat asses.
You actually eat Arby's. Anybody see that Simpsons episode?
Fat asses.
Simpsons reference. I'm so hungry I can eat Arby's. Nobody.
You gotta have the horsey sauce, Trent.
I can smell. Oh wait, what is this?
What do you got, Jerry?
Fat asses.
We have here.
Oh, I love my wife. I just found these. She just put these on my desk earlier. I didn't even know it. Look at this.
Right,
shut him. I don't have any snacks. I'm sad about this. You guys are giving me the munchies.
I was with her earlier. I gave her a few bucks. I said, hey, when you go back home, get something for Jaybone. Get him a snack or something.
Hey, you know who
look, we've been threatened, guys. Inger's going to get Bravo to call in and yell at us about this. So, like, we need to start getting back on track here because actually have him call in. Put him
Why not? Why not? I got a bone. I got a bone to pick with Bravo about
That's
this
Irish.
2 earmuff thing going on during that match later when we'll get to it about 3 hours.
All right, how about this? I'll make you a deal, Jay. I'm gonna set up the next segment. You go send him the link and see if he'll actually come in here and battle you on that.
Kyle, don't play sound bites over me.
All right.
I won't. I promise I won't.
Kyle, don't play sound bites over me.
The irony is that he's a soundbite now. That's the irony.
That's the irony.
Ingrid's going to get back to us and let us know if he's interested or not. If she says he's interested, I'll send him the link. I just don't want to send him unsolicited,
Unsolicited
link
links.
things,
Nudes and links and all that stuff. Yeah, okay.
There's been enough of that stuff this week. Let's not do that.
All right, so here we go. Moose is in the back talking to some referees and backstage personnel about being a world champion. Daniel Spencer, were you in this segment? I believe you were, where he's talking to you guys about being a champion and how great it is to be a champion. And then Crazy Steve walks up and he can't help but make fun of Moose's statement. He's like, "Oh, you're a real world champion." He's like just dogging him for being a fake champion, right? Like he's just going at him. And this
was so good.
This was great. I mean, I like Crazy Steve being all goofy like this, basically dogging Moose. And then he says next week he'll even put his title on the line against Crazy Steve. And Steve's like, "I can't wait to be the next champion, I guess."
Oh, the fake. Oh, I can't wait to be the next fake world champ.
Fake world champs. I thought that was cool. This is a great use of Crazy Steve. I like
it. Was
another segment here that now Steve was supposed to have a match tonight that had to get edited. It was Steve and 2 mystery partners who are going to take on, and I'm totally blanking right now, who they were supposed to battle tonight. For some reason, my mind's slipping. If anybody remembers, but kudos to Impact for having this stuff in the can and having it ready to go. And maybe it was supposed to air weeks from now, whatever it was, but having it ready to go and having it just flow right into this and make complete sense. I absolutely love that. I think that worked out perfect. Absolutely perfect. Cancel culture. Sorry. Yeah, that was supposed to be against cancel culture. So worked out. You keep Steve in a segment. He's on TV. Whoever's mystery partners were got sacrificed for it. But, I'm sure we'll work it all out. The team has done an amazing job making this episode flow despite changes that are going in. So, and including the people who had to get taken out on the other side, on the cancel culture side, the ones who are still with the company, making that work out. So I'm sure that everything will work out. Have no fear, everybody. This team has made chicken salad out of chicken shit. A lot of times, handed a lot of problems, and then they'll do it right here too. So this is going to work out just fine. So, but it was great. Daniel Spencer, though, confirmed you were in this segment. I believe I saw you in that segment. But we'll see what happens. Like this will be fun. Moose and Crazy Steve. I do like, guys, Moose just taking on a bunch of like TNA names, and I would just love to keep bringing them in more. Like bring in Relic, which is Killer spelled backwards. Bring in Relic. Bring those guys in. Bring in like random ass characters like D-Ray 3000. Bring those guys in. Like just random early Impact days guys. Like Kyle, you were a huge D-Ray 3000 fan. I know you were.
You can even shoot some later ones too, man. I'd love to see Odark come back. Odark.
Right?
Remember Odark? He looked like Grado, but he wasn't Grado. Looked like
Grado. Yeah, but he wasn't Grado.
And he still owes Shira money, if you remember that. He owes Shira money. That was the recurring thing.
He does.
Shira would be like, "Where's Odark? He owes me $15."
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. He owed me $15.
And then Grado went to wipe the sweat off his forehead when he was Weasel lying to him, and it was the Odark mask. I love Grado. I miss him. They need to bring him
miss
back.
Grado too, man.
I miss Grado so much.
I love that. Did you ever see his entrance overseas? He used to come out to Like a Prayer.
You say that casually, like that's not a huge thing that everybody knows.
Do they? I don't know. It was hilarious.
That's his thing, man. Well, not on Impact because
not Impact.
Legalities and money.
They made like a Muzak version for him.
Yeah.
All right. Alisha, we got Deonna Purrazzo making her in-ring debut against Alisha Edwards. Dude, going to our knockout here. She beat the shit out of Alisha Edwards. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that match was over by the time I was finished blinking.
This was awesome. I maybe have seen Deonna work once prior. That's it.
I love how Trent's just like, this was awesome.
This is the good stuff.
Was the good stuff. Yeah. Really good stuff. Dude, she beat the shit out of her. Like it was like a fucking annihilation.
She let her know.
He did. I loved it. I thought it was good. Jay, you watched it on the watch along. Give me your thoughts on this too.
Which one? I'm sorry, I was paying attention to the comments here.
The Deonna and Alicia Edwards match. Like she brutalized her, man. And she goes in that finisher.
Alicia Edwards really did not have a chance here. I was rooting for her. I was excited to see her back, but Deonna Purrazzo had a great in-ring debut here. And that finisher, oh my God, brutal.
Fujiwara armbar, man. It's got
absolutely brutal. I've seen one other woman in the industry use that, and I haven't seen anybody get out of it.
Who else used it?
That was what was her name? It was from Wild Women of Wrestling. It's the redneck girl with the red hair, and she's got the southern accent, and she says she wants to make wrestling great again. Her name is
Jessie,
yeah, Jessie James or something like that.
Yeah, something. I'm not familiar with her outside of WoW, but yeah.
Listen, guys, she did great. If this is what we're gonna get, this is the Deonna Purrazzo we're getting. I am totally cool with that. We needed a shooter badass like this.
Yeah.
In the Knockouts division. I mean, not that they're all not awesome, but this was like all business. I'm gonna like fuck you up. Very fierce. I am totally down with that. Her and Jordan's gonna be badass though. I think if this is what we're getting, I'm psyched. Take that comment down, Jay.
Sorry, Trent.
Take that comment. Oh, you put that. Take that.
I was gonna do the bit, but you stopped me.
Yeah, you're out.
No pressure.
No bit there. Stop the bit dead in its tracks.
Oh, I didn't see. What was it?
That's fine. That's fine.
I'm sitting here busy with my lollipops over here. I'm sorry.
Nothing. I made Trent poop his pants for a second. Well, I didn't. The commenter did, but
I just saw the comment. I fully agree with it. Put that thing back up there.
All right, that's enough out of you. Jaybone, quit playing with your lollipop. Can we continue, please? Kyle, you're gonna. We're off air. We're gonna take this offline, as they say. And I'm gonna let you have it for that one.
This is the good stuff.
You're out of here, pal. Jordan Grace comes down to the ring. Deonna rolls out, yells. She yells to Jordan, "I'm going to fight you on my time, though, not on your time."
Hashtag tough bitch.
Tough bitch for sure. And again, 3 more weeks of this build, I'll take it. Absolutely,
I'll take it. I'm loving it.
Off to a great start, Alicia. What do you want to see happen next, though? What should be the next thing I
think in the next one, at some point, Jordan's got to get one in on Deonna.
Yeah.
Because Deonna keeps getting her from behind, and so there's going to come a point where Deonna's doing her little mic work, and Jordan's going to come in and clock her one. Hashtag tough bitch.
Start that hashtag, everybody. There we go. Hakeem's already on it. He is on it already. Hashtag tough bitch is going. Okay, this was one of the best swinger moments here coming up.
I can't find a snatch a bitch soundbite, by the way. I'm having trouble finding it. Someone's got to help me. I need help.
Harder.
And I'm the wizard. I'm the fucking wizard, and I'm having trouble getting it.
It's like 3 weeks ago. It's that first promo with Kiera Hogan and Tasha Steelz. That was where she said, "If you need help, I'll help you snatch a bitch," or something to that effect. And that's where it was. The first promo. Just
brilliant.
Just look it up on YouTube. You'll find it.
Can't find it on YouTube. Maybe we're gonna have to break into the vault there in Nashville, and just kidding.
You do have Impact Plus, Kyle. It's on there. 3 weeks ago.
All right. There's that.
I don't want any excuses, Kyle. I'm really sick and tired of you constantly feeding me some bullshit all the time. I can't. What the hell is it going to take for you to actually get something done once in a while?
Trent, it looks like you took a bathtub filled of black dye and just swam in it. I mean, look at your beard, look at your hair. Honestly, I think that's a wig. I think you're wearing a wig. I think that's a wig. If you were here, I'd give you the Santa Claus tug. I really would, because I don't think that thing's real.
You don't think it's real?
No. I think it's fake. That's a wig. I know a wig when I see it.
Listen, Kyle, I'm gonna ride this pony out, man. As long as I have it. I got it. I'm gonna run right.
You think you got a jab on me, and I just I'm sorry.
I'm just talking. Why don't you show everybody your Ace Austin haircut while we're talking about hair here?
My beautiful.
Look what he did, everybody.
Yes,
look what he did.
Beautiful.
Look at this.
Beautiful.
Look at this. He went full Ace Austin. Do the whole thing to the side. Wave it to the side.
That's what's nice about an undercut, Trent. You can push it back, push to the side. I can push it in my face. I can do whatever I want with it. That's what's nice about having hair, Jaybone. You wouldn't know about it.
You wouldn't know about that, Jaybone.
Hey, I wake up every morning. I look in the mirror, and it's a beautiful hair day, no matter what day of the week it is. I got that shine. It's beautiful.
Yeah, but
it takes me to get ready.
You're cool with it. You're not wearing a wig like Trent. You're all right with it.
It takes me so long to get ready because
I just started a conspiracy theory and just
Is it a wig?
Is it a wig? It's a conspiracy.
It's not a wig.
I did dye the beard though. I'm not gonna. I can't front because I'm on video.
Oh, you don't say.
Yeah.
Don't say.
How much dye did you use?
Mir knows what I'm talking about. Thank you, Mir. Thank you. Look at that. Look at that. I'm starting a trend. Everybody's going to start shaving their heads. I'm starting the J-Bone, cult of J-Bone.
Again,
there's Ingrid coming in.
She's doing my job.
Move on, you guys.
Ingrid, this is a talk show. I mean, for God, you work at the company. You know where the show goes. We're trying to entertain people here a little bit too. You know what happens.
She's like, wrap it up.
She already knows what happens. She works there, for God's sake. We're just trying to give everybody a little entertainment while talking the show.
Listen to an interview. Go listen to the Impact Lounge. You're not going to get any of this. Or any of this.
Jess.
Jess, you don't give any love to next to Bill in that is Jess Douglas. She's another front row icon of Impact Wrestling.
See, and that's why it's good to have a female on the show finally, because I wouldn't have known that. I wouldn't have said anything. There, we've got equality on this show. It's not a sausage fest anymore. Great.
I appreciate Alisha calling her out. That Jess doesn't get any love here. It's all Bill's always got. He's a star. He's the front row legend. I mean, he's gonna get the shine. He always has the gimmicks on, but you show Jess some love. I don't think she listens to the show though. By the way, I don't think.
Oh, probably not.
I met her.
I love her. She was my seatmate at the Philly tapings last year. We met by accident and we bonded through that. She's great.
Nice.
I don't know why anybody would listen to this show, for that matter. I don't blame her for not listening.
Yeah, I mean, what are we really providing here? Just hair talk? Ingrid's already pissed at us. Pasta mania.
Pasta
Swinger is back there, and they're zoomed in on him, and he's trying to convince somebody to be his partner, and he's talking, and they're zooming out, and it's Suicide, and Suicide's like, really? Reaction, And
you mean AC Baby?
AC Baby. Ace Romero is there in the Suicide costume, and he's listening to it. And then they go back to Swinger close, and he's like, "So what do you say?" And they zoom back out, and he looks over, and Suicide's gone. He's like, "What the hell? Goddamn Ms. Arts, I can't keep him over here. I can defeat him more pizzles." A lot of zzz going on. Awesome. Again, so he cannot get a partner, guys. Johnny Swinger striking out. Strike 2. All right. We get the announcement. It's Ken Shamrock and Josh Alexander coming up. But we come back from the commercial, and Swinger is trying to convince Hernandez now to be his partner. Like, come on, man.
Hold on a second. Let me derail it for just 30 seconds here. Jaybone for president, Trent for vice president.
Of what?
So that must mean that I'm the guy behind the white picket fence. That's what that means.
What are we doing?
Oh my God, is that a JFK reference?
No. No, it's that Misfits song. I don't know.
Okay.
Kyle's on the grassy knoll.
Yeah,
we cannot be controversial at all this week.
I'm distracting people. I'm creating my own controversies here on the show.
You got to be more neutral than Sweden, player. Like it ain't happening.
This is a relief effort, Trent. This is a relief effort. People are stressed. They come here to laugh.
I hope so.
I'm not just a member. I'm the president.
Beautiful. I got that one, Cy Sperling. I get that reference. I don't know how many people do, but I got that one. All right. So Swingers are trying to convince Hernandez to be his partner. Hey, this is fine. I'll be your partner if you can beat me in an arm wrestling competition. And I love this, guys. If you caught this, he's like, he references Rick Rude teaching him a couple of tricks. A lot of people don't know that Ravishing Rick Rude was a professional arm wrestler for a long time prior to becoming a pro wrestler. And he's like, Ravishing Rick Rude taught me a little something here, Daddy, about bending the thumb or some shit. He gets taken out, and he's like, sorry, no partner. And then he's leaving, he's like devastatedly leaving, and he sees Taya. This is great. He asks her to join now. He's like, it could be monumental. It could be the first woman to do this, be on the team. What does he say, Alisha? Do you remember the exact line?
Oh, yeah, no, he says something to her along the lines of, you could be the first woman to tag with a man in an intergender match or something like that.
That's like, she's like, I don't even want to see you. I say anybody dressed like you. I don't want to be seen next to people who look like you. Where the hell is Bravo? So she's looking for Bravo. And then Impact put up a tweet about him trying to find Taya, but they had like a little checklist of who he's tried to recruit. It's like Swan, no. No. Supermax, no. Taya, no. So he's just struggling, like totally struggling. All right. Shamrock and Josh Alexander. This didn't really get to take off much. It was Shamrock's making his way down the ramp. The North attacked him from behind. They just beat him down, and he's not moving. Medical staff comes out, and that's it. Like, we don't really get the match. So I don't know where this is leading, guys. I don't know what's up with predictions. What do you think, Alicia?
I don't know, but they better run because Shamrock's going to murderize them.
Yes. But, like, does he take a partner on? Like, what happens here, Jay? What are we doing here?
Well, we had someone on with us during the watch along by the name of Humble Beast. By the way, thank you, Humble Beast, again for coming on during the watch along.
That's great dude. Great dude.
Yes, greatly appreciated. He had a little theory. I think it was a little early for the theory, but I certainly think it is something that deserves to be talked about.
Okay.
He thought that the only Sami Callihan was going to come down and maybe give him a helping hand. What do you guys think?
He did say that. What are we doing with that Sami thing? What do you guys think? Guys in the chat, let's sound off. But there's so many tag teams ready to go for tag title shots. Are we really putting Sami and Ken into a tag title picture? Is that what we're doing? I don't know. What do you guys think?
It seems kind of hodgepodge.
Yeah, right? Like, why are we giving them why would we put them in a tag team? You got like TJP and Fallah ready, Reno Scum's there, the Rascals, all these teams who are ready for tag title shots, and we're feuding these guys with Sami. And I don't know. I find it a little contrived. I'm not really too sure what's going on with that. I don't know if we're going to. What do you get out of it, though? That's the thing. I don't know, Jay. What do you think? What do we get out of putting Sami in shot? It'd be a good match. Don't get me wrong, but what do you get out of it storyline wise?
I really don't know. I just wanted to throw it out there and start the conversation. I mean, it's we've seen that done a million times before, where they put kind of an odd couple together. Like Team Hell No. You got Daniel Bryan. You got Kane. You got
just random, like throwing together teams.
Just random stuff. We've seen it all through wrestling history.
My favorite is New Jack and Shark Boy. That's my favorite.
That's a great example.
Great
That's a perfect example.
Great one.
It was funny. He was actually talking about it recently. New Jack was actually going on about that team with Shark Boy on Twitter recently too. So he's been liking it lately and reminiscing about his TNA days, which has been nice. But we'll see. I don't know, guys. I'm still holding out for the Rascals to get a tag title run here because I feel like
there's so many teams just ready to go. Why would you just throw together Shamrock and Callihan and put them in? Like, come on. I mean, granted, we'll just have to wait and see. But geez,
yeah, we're not for sure this is happening. But like, I don't know. You're right though. There's so many teams ready to go. Why even make another team right now? There's enough story in all of them. There's no need to make another team. Go ahead, Jay.
I'll tell you exactly why.
Go ahead.
We said this last week. Because the North has beaten everyone.
Yeah, but again, why now? I'm thinking, why have they beaten everybody? Now you have nobody left. You're making up teams now. Now what? What do we do now? That's the thing. It's like, I don't know. I hope it's not. I hope it's not just thrown. Okay, look, I do have faith in this team enough to know that this creative team makes sense out of everything, quite a bit of things, and I think they can make it make sense but I just don't. I hope that's not who ends the title run. I'm like, man, if these two get the tag title run and it's not the Rascals, I'm really gonna have a problem with this. What's up, Jay?
I just figured it out. What were we missing tonight? What did not air after Impact Wrestling?
Aftershock.
Oh, I didn't watch on Twitch, so.
Jimmy Jacobs and Don Callis, boom, coming for the North.
You're out of here. Cut his mic. Kyle, can you cut his mic?
Cut off.
Please?
Get those lollipops away from him.
He is out of control today. He is out of control.
Jiminy Christmas.
Happened to you, man? What has happened to you?
He's out of it. And you know what? These people are animals. I was laughing before because I got a funny text from Whoopsie that I can't recite on air.
Profanity?
Now, he said a word that if I say it's, I can't say that on air. But also, Zach Bonifer, he sent me a text. I don't know where this stuff comes from. See, Zach Bonifer is the same listener that sent this in last week.
Oh, he made thanks a lot. Yeah.
Pastamania Trent. But the new one he just sent me is Cheech and Chong, but it's Jaybone.
I want you to pull up the Pastamania one again. I want to bring this up again.
Dave who?
Where the hell is my?
Oh, wrong one. Sorry, wrong one.
Where's
Sorry.
my neck in this? Why do I have whole neck?
You know why, Trent?
Hey, where did that picture come from?
Neck. I don't see a neck. Don't see a neck. Still don't see a neck. It's under that beard, I think. Maybe.
Oh man, I'm crying. That's so funny.
This beard.
Oh,
Trent, this show doesn't work if we don't have punching bags. Don't take it personal.
you better get some more Kleenexes, Alicia, because I just found something else. Hang on a second here.
Oh, what are we discovering here? Uh-oh. What's this?
What am I looking at?
Ace Austin and
Jesus.
This is actually Kyle with an Ace Austin picture over him, and then I got something even better. You ready for this?
Tell that there some graphic design work, top notch involved with that.
You ready for it? You're not even ready for this next one. We got.
Oh, what happened to Jay? What happened?
No!
What happened to Jay?
Oh my god!
What?
Where did that come from? Where did that picture come from?
Where did that picture come from?
Did he pause the show?
You don't do the show without your hat.
Look at that! Look at that!
Where did he get that picture?
I don't know.
My house. I'm
That's fantastic.
You like
that? Off guard.
That was great. That was fantastic.
Who's the artist behind this stuff, Jay?
Wait, where did those come from?
Yeah, where did those come from? Who was the artist?
For those listening on audio,
There might have been the same person that gave you the other ones.
For those listening on audio, there's some great Photoshop work going on being sent to us.
Is Zach Bonifer this Photoshop? Well, not Photoshop. I won't give him that. Microsoft Paint, scissors and glue, picture hitman. What's going on here?
People are
create a Twitter page and just put these up.
Thank you, Zach.
The anonymous.
Thank you, Zach.
Oh yeah, yes, real
right.
Cool, Zach. I want to make sure you're never on the show again. I'm gonna pounce you, motherfucker.
Period.
Period.
I come on here and I kick people in the balls. You're not supposed to kick me in the balls. That's not how this works.
You're down to one. You're like Tupac. You got one ball left at this point, man. It's unbelievable. He took you down. Tupac only had one ball. You know that, right?
That's not true. That's not what
I'm telling you. He got the other one shot off.
No.
I'm telling you.
No. In New York Quad Studios in '94, when he got stuck up, he reached for his own gun, and apparently, some people say that he shot himself. He claims he didn't, but the rumor was that he shot one of his balls off. But I don't think that's true. That's just urban legend. That's like Marilyn Manson got a rib removed to, do that.
I know that one, but no.
Don't disrespect Tupac Shakur on my show, Trent.
I think even on the autopsy, Tupac is listed as only having one ball.
That's not true. That's false.
Look this up. I'm telling you. Hell, you weren't even born in '94.
I know more about Biggie and Tupac than you ever could.
I was around.
I was reading.
You kidding me?
Books,
I was buying. I bought All Eyes on Me on cassette, double cassette, by the way. At the time. You know, I don't know where you were.
You're spreading this insane false story, Trent. If Tupac were here, he'd pop you with his gat or something like that.
He is alive. He is alive and living in the Caribbean, as we know as Machiavelli. But we're really getting deep into that now. All right, let's keep going, guys. Taya Valkyrie taking on Susie, and with John E. Bravo in the corner. What just happened here?
I don't know whether to say congratulations or I'm sorry.
I don't either. I really want to. Actually, I should say I'm sorry to the listeners. We have.
This is a bunch of crap. This shit sucks.
It's unreal.
This is a bunch of crap. This shit sucks.
Why 2 in a row? Can you explain that one to me?
Sometimes.
What? 2 in a row.
Sometimes, yeah.
You have several.
Jaybone died. Where'd Jay? Oh, there he is. Falling back. He's limping back.
Like he's literally off his rocker, like completely off his rocker.
He took a Shaquille O'Neal. He fell out of his chair.
I looked it up. Allegedly, Tupac did. It's rumored that he shot it off. It was never confirmed.
One ball. I'm telling you,
Trent, I would know.
I have seen that penis.
I would know.
I have seen that penis.
Again. Jesus Christ, God.
I'm a Biggie Smalls fan anyway.
That's true.
Oh man, I needed to laugh. This was great.
Yeah, rough week. I hope we're making you all laugh at home, too, guys.
I just watched All Eyes on Me on Amazon Prime. Does that count?
All right, this isn't the Tupac show. Continue.
All right, Taya and Susie going at it. This was good. Susie, they're teasing this, Alisha. They're teasing a Susie reboot into Su Yung. I don't know if that's the right word, but they're teasing this torment that she can't win. She keeps getting beat down by these bullies. She's getting taken out. Taya beats her. Well, John with a little distraction. Taya beats her. She starts to taunt Susie real bad. She was taunting her the whole match. She's taunting her even more.
Right.
Like she's just bullying. It's just all bully culture going on. And then Kylie Ray runs down, makes the save. Taya gets out of the ring. But prediction, guys, I'm thinking, Alicia, give me your thoughts. I'm thinking we get to Slammiversary for a return of Su Yung. Maybe that's the place to do it.
It's a possibility, and we might get Dark Kylie or Dark Kylie. Sorry.
Yes.
Word vomit.
I do like that. I do like the theory of Dark. What the hell? J-Bone's wearing his Holy shit. He's got the Tupac bandana going on.
Going off my Su Yung shirt, and this guy's making Tupac roll over in his grave.
Dude, that's okay. That Su Yung shirt is awesome, actually.
This is one of the greatest wrestling shirts I've ever bought. TBH.
That is pretty cool.
TBH.
That is pretty cool. I do dig that. I like that a lot. Very nice, guy. That was on
that shirt. Whoever that is, they need to have this person design all the shirts. All of them.
That was a great. Yeah,
that's a nice one.
I do wonder who designed that shirt. That was really good.
Amazing.
I'm guessing, guys. Yeah, it's gonna be. I'm thinking. I like Alicia's theory though. Dark Kylie, like we get a whole twist out of this where it's not Sue who turns, it's Dark Kylie who goes back. I like that. We'll see. How do you do it though? We gotta set it up the right way. That's gonna be.
They kind of are though, because they're putting Kylie in positions where she's had to show extreme aggression to kind of get out of her situations, and they're both getting kind of bullied. I can just see it being kind of like a triggering kind of thing where they're like, "That's enough," and they snap, and boom.
I like it. I can dig that. I can definitely give that. All right. So we'll see what happens with that. Jimmy J goes backstage looking to get a comment from Madman Fulton about his new formed alliance with Ace Austin. Fulton opens the door, but Austin takes over the interview. And he's like, hey, I recruit him so he can be my bodyguard while I pursue becoming the youngest Impact World Champion. Very Diesel and Shawn Michaels vibes here, guys. I'm digging this a lot.
They work really well together. I didn't know how to feel about it at first when that was revealed, but I'm here for it.
I dig it. Jay, how you feeling about these two teaming up? We talked about this all weekend. Actually, we were talking about this stuff in our chat.
Which one? Which one?
Ace and Fulton. This is something you wanted.
Oh, I love it. I love it. It's a great shift from for Fulton to get. I mean, granted, okay. Fulton's, he's the guy behind Ace Austin.
Right.
But there's still more focus on him. There's more focus on him here as like the partner, in this conspiracy of Ace Austin going for the championship, than he was completely, unwrangled in OVE. It's great.
He finally has something to go off of, man. The guy finally feels like he has some confidence, some direction. I think it's great for both of them. Perfect for a weasel like Ace Austin to have him. Kyle, you know all about that. Being a weasel and having somebody do your dirty work for you. Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Not me.
Either. Yeah, I don't either.
Although, RIP to the Ace and Reno Scum relationship.
Yeah, that's over now.
I was hoping for good things with that, but they're doing something else with Reno Scum, so that is exciting.
I think they look pretty cool. Yeah, they look pretty cool today. Where do they come? I'm trying to see my notes here, but we do have them somewhere. I know they do appear for like a brief moment on the show. We'll talk about it in a second. But I like it. We'll see what happens with these two. It looks like it's only getting better. Ace is in the main event of Slamversary. There's some good stuff on the agenda. But all right, we go back to Swinger and Chris Bay. All right, Chris Bay and Swinger, and they're getting ready, and then Swinger's like, "All right, Daddy, I got him. I got my original choice as my partner. He's here. I got Rohit. Raju is here." And he's like, "What did he say, Alicia?" He's like, "Wait a minute, you got him?" He's like, "Why?" And he's like, "Look, man, I had to do it. I sold him a car recently. It was part of the deal." What happened?
Yeah.
So, what would he say?
I don't know. Verbatim, I don't know what he said. I didn't catch it, but like I just thought they played that off well, especially the car part.
Yeah, well, Jay, do you remember what he said? Something about like I sold him a car recently. It was part of the deal. What the?
I got to rewind it, but I loved Chris Bay's response. He just shook his head, put his head in his hands, and then just walked away towards the ramp. Like, oh no, I'm so not down for this.
He's like, I'm out of here. But it was just fun. It's like they keep putting Rohit in these situations where like the guy cannot get ahead, keeps getting screwed. He's like stuck with this bullshit. Like I feel he's a little derailed though, guys. I gotta admit. I feel like we started off great breaking him out. He's doing the kind of psychopath thing, like he's getting frustrated with the with losing and shit like that. But it's like, what are we? Is he going back to comedy now? Like, what's this now? So I don't know where he ends up. And I feel like they missed the boat a little bit on a proper story with him. Where can we go? Can he be saved right now, Alicia? Can we save?
I feel like he can. I think, in due time, we got to see how everything's replaced here. But we have hope for Rohit.
The thing is, he can do both. He can do comedy. He can do serious. And I love that. I love that you can mix him into both. But I like that they're turning him into the serious heel for a little bit. Let's not lose sight of that.
Yeah.
And see what happens. Kyle,
we all know that he's got. Sorry. We all know that he's got the potential to do great things with this company. So,
I don't know, because according to our listeners, he's got a curse. The TNI curse apparently came on our show, and now his career is screwed. That's what people are saying, and that hurts me. Why are they saying that? That's insane. Don't say that.
Yeah,
this is a happy place.
Guys. We're trying to help here. Yeah. We're trying to help the town, not ruin the town.
Well, seriously. I can say, during the watch along, by the end of the episode, they were saying other things. They said, "Hey, the curse is broken."
So speaking of Rohit, did you guys see that amazing thing that he did? I wish I had it up on Twitter in front of me. Cough, cough, Jaybone. Go find this. Fetch. See that amazing thing that Rohit put together? How so Impact fan said she was a cancer survivor, or maybe even still struggling with it, but she's a huge Monty Brown fan, and Rohit went out of his way to let Monty know, because Rohit's a personal friend of Monty Brown, about this girl, and it's just a great moment on Twitter. We retweeted on our We Talk Impact page. Jaybone, if you could find it and pull it up quick. But
I'm looking.
Hats off to Rohit, though. It was just such a cool thing.
It's a really cool
I did
move.
see that. That was awesome.
Yeah, it's a real class move from Rohit.
Yeah. But I like how he went about like DMing her. Like he didn't put a tweet out. It's not like he was looking for any sort of reaction.
Clout from it. Yeah.
He did it privately. He wasn't clout chasing. The kids say that.
I saw him just retweet something that had to do with it, but I don't think it's what you were talking about.
You could tell that's genuine. He's a good guy. He's one of the good ones, guys. In a time where there's a lot of bad ones being talked about, he's one of the good ones. So definitely go out of your way to show him some appreciation. Because
not only that, the great Monty Brown is still touching lives, still bringing joy to the fans all these years later. I can cut it off now. I don't always have to play the beginning.
Twice. Well, because we can't process it once. We gotta hear it twice, right, Kyle? Is that what we're doing? But listen, let's talk about this match. This match was fantastic. I thought these guys all looked solid. It was Willie, Mack, and the Deaners, Jake and Cody, taking on Chris Bay, Giant Swinger, Rohit. Amazing. We already know that Rohit and Jake have chemistry. That goes back for years. Those two are always solid. Obviously, Rohit also with Cody wrestling, the Deaners and then the Hit Squad back in the day. So there's chemistry on that side. Bay and Willie, I feel like, have already hit it off. Swinger can just work with anybody. This whole thing worked, guys. This whole thing was a lot of fun. And I thought everybody got their shit in. They looked fantastic. They looked strong. No real losers in terms of, like, nobody looked weak. But Bay, Swinger, and Rohit do get the win on this one, which I like. Bay pinning Mack. Interesting. We got Bay on Mack now. Does that put him in line? Tag team title shot. Maybe Slammiversary. Alicia, I'm going to start with you. What do you think? And then Jay, we're going to go to you after that.
It's definitely a possibility. We're just going to have to wait and see.
I don't want to limit it, though. Jay, give me your thoughts on this. I don't want to limit this. Do we just do a one-on-one, or do we do some kind of Ultimate X gauntlet type thing where there's a couple X Division guys you can really throw into this and make it fun?
Well, we got 3 weeks till Slammiversary, and we have to build a card.
Yeah.
And when you pin the champ,
yeah,
I don't care what kind of match it is. If it's a 2-on-2, a 1-on-1, a 3-on-3, you lose track counting numbers on your toes kind of match, whatever.
Yeah, listen. It could be interesting.
You pin them, you get a chance.
Yeah, maybe a possibility.
Fair enough.
Daniel Spencer, the referee of the match, is saying he loved the finish. He loved refereeing it. I can imagine, man. I always ask my ref friends. I got my best friends is referee Nate Speckman, who's done some Impact as well. And
hold on a second here, Trent. Let me cut you off. Let's give this the proper. Let's do this
set it up.
Right. This was the tweet. Thank you so very much to Hakim Zayn for letting Monty know. This was real nice to read. It's much appreciated. I did a big cry. And as you can see there, it's an exchange there between Rohit and the fan. And just the fact that he went out of his way to, make a fan who obviously is going through a tough time happy. And Monty Brown, the great Monty Brown. I mean, this is just tremendous,
heard from in a long time. He's been out of the spotlight for a long time, and for Rohit to do that, I think is an amazing class move.
Connie Beaumay, give her a follow. Connie Beaumay.
We'll keep fighting, Connie.
I thought he wasn't on Twitter.
Monty's not. Rohit is, but so Rohit and him hang out. They live in the same town and stuff.
Oh, okay.
So they know each other. So he passed the word on for her. So, but that's awesome.
That's a stand.
Very thoughtful.
Right, yeah, and again, I gotta say, guys, the best part of that, he didn't make it public that he had to show everybody he did.
It wasn't a self-serving move, He genuinely wanted to make somebody's day. That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Awesome part. That's the part that counts. So, here's the Reno Scum side. We got Reno Scum now. They're in the back, and they start taunting D'Lo Brown. They're taunting him for being. They said something to him I couldn't pick up on. They were made some kind of inside joke. What was that, Alicia? Did you catch that?
I didn't hear it. Yeah.
They said something to him, and they kind of made fun of him. And he's like, "Look, I'm trying to do my job, man." Like they were bullying him basically. And Fallah and TJ come up. They see him picking on him. They call him out, and then they get challenged to a match next week. So this is going to be cool. Reno Scum, Fallah, Bahh, and TJP next week. I love it. I like that TJ and Fallah are kind of like the moral police here. They're like, you're bad guys. You guys suck, and we're gonna call you out. I was like, just good dudes, two nice dudes having a good time. Especially Fallah. Everybody loves Fallah. I don't know.
Fallah's the best.
Jaybone, did you meet Fallah at any of the Bound for Glory weekend? Was he? I can't remember if he was there. I know he wasn't. No, he was there. Did you meet him at all?
I didn't meet him, but I saw everyone.
Yeah.
The only people I actually met were the North.
That's right. Fallah's cool. I really
I've
nice
met him. He's
conversation.
great.
Isn't he the sweetest guy? He's like the nicest dude.
He really is.
He was a fixture in New Jersey for a long time, right? For Pro Wrestling
That's
Syndicate.
why I've seen him. Yeah, I've seen him at shows.
What did Pro Wrestling Syndicate turn into? I can't remember. They turned into something.
I don't know.
Trent,
Yeah.
you know I love Pro Wrestling Syndicate. You've heard my story like 10 times, haven't you?
Remember. Yeah, tell me. Well, tell us again, Kyle.
Of course. Pro Wrestling Syndicate, this
Wrestle Pro. That's what it is.
strange. I'm not gonna say it was strange, but it was almost kind of like one of those. It's an obscure independent promotion. It wasn't as big as like a Ring of Honor or anything like that. But they'd run these shows with just legends, total legends. But mixed in with all the legends, there would be Fallah Bahh. Who's the other guy? He had a quick cup of coffee.
Mario Bocara.
He was in there. But anyway, one night I come home for a long night of drinking with the Scum Bros. And
coffee, right?
Yeah, of course. And on television, on the public access channel at like 4:30 a.m., I catch this wrestling show, and I see this guy. Kind of reminds me of Yokozuna, and he's got a manager cutting a promo, and they're doing it in like an ECW Pulp Fiction style, like the music's playing, and I fell in love with Fallah Bahh, and a 2 years later, he got to Impact Wrestling, so that was awesome. But I can say I was watching him on public access TV. But I enjoyed the PWS show so much. I went, got tickets, went out to Rahway, New Jersey, a little closer to Alicia over there, and had a great time. Great time.
Nice. That's cool.
PWS is dead, by the way. It doesn't exist anymore.
It's Wrestle Pro now, right? That's what it is.
Not the same. It's like some of the owners, like there's a whole thing with it, but kind of maybe spiritually.
All right. Well, it has its memories for Kyle. They're burned into your brain.
Wrestle Pro's better. Wrestle Pro's better.
Are they? All right. Take your word for it. All right. So that'll be next week. All right. So there we go. We got the lineup for next week here. All right. Main event, guys. Eddie Edwards and Madman Fulton. Ace Austin in the corner. This is the best I have seen Fulton look the entire time he's been in Impact. 100%. This was it. This is what we were waiting for. This is what we wanted out of him as a big man. This is the ball, and he's running with it now. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, the guy had a newfound confidence to him because of this new story. He had a new look. The gear was fresh. He looked great in there. I thought it was a phenomenal match, and he gets the win on Eddie Edwards, which is a huge win.
It's a huge deal, yeah.
Huge deal. This was long too. They built the story up. A lot going on in this one. And hey, kudos to Eddie on this one, Alicia. Eddie looked fantastic too in this. Eddie looked
They
great.
both did. They both look great.
Yeah. Jay was shy. I remember we were watching Jay. You were pointing out like the guy can literally just work with anybody. Anybody you put in that ring with him, he could work with. Give me have you seen Eddie Edwards? I haven't seen Eddie Edwards have a bad match ever. There really hasn't been.
Dude's super passionate.
Yeah.
No,
ahead,
and the first thing they said after he won was Madman Fulton just beat a former world champion. That was the first thing that Matthews said. And it was like, and it's like, oh, he beat Eddie Edwards. But as soon as the first thing they said is he just beat a former world champion, that puts a whole new spin on it.
Big time.
That's respect.
Yeah.
He looked great, guys. I think this is what you needed to win. It's established now. Ace and Fulton. This is a solid duo. Like, honestly, I'm really getting I watched, and I'm going to keep going back to it. The Diesel and Shawn Michaels build. I watched it as a kid, and this has that kind of vibe to it where it's like, they randomly put this guy to get these. There's the big enforcer with this like shithead smaller guy who's a real asshole, but can go. You can't deny the talent, but he's a real prick.
Right.
But you got this big guy fighting his battles, and then eventually that guy breaks into his own. It's great. perfect for Fulton. I'm so happy to see him on this trajectory, though. This is exactly what I wanted him to have. So definitely good things. Again, 3 weeks still to Bill's anniversary. A lot of time to get him into a program now, too. Unless he's just coming down with ace, but either way, he's primed for something, I think.
Right.
But that was it. That was the show. But now we had one last thing, though. Jay, I'm going to let you talk about this because you made sure we stayed after the credits to watch this. Now, this was huge, and he's very excited. He has his own sign. Show ends, and as we've been told by our friends on the inside, always watch till after the end credit. Don't stop watching, right, Jay?
I love how that's their new thing. They're throwing things in at the very last second.
Love it.
They make sure of it.
It gets the buzz, man. We go ahead, Jay. Talk about it. Set this one up. Set up what happened here.
Well, it goes back to that old the scene where Reno Scum was picking on D'Lo Brown.
Yes.
And I gotta say, when I was doing the watch along, there was a lot of love for D'Lo Brown. Everyone was like, D'Lo, and I love D'Lo Brown, I can't do it. I'm gonna break my freaking neck.
You stick you over the street. Victory sweet. Here's your receipt.
Oh, sorry. I thought I was on mute. Sorry.
What the hell was that?
You're not on mute. You're definitely not on mute.
Bring it on. What you gonna do about it? Bring it on.
Go ahead.
You keep talking. You keep talking while I just mumble over here. Jesus.
No, because we could drown each other out. It's all right. Anyway, so it shows D'Lo. He's on his computer.
Yes.
And he's doing some FaceTime with
somebody.
Well, we don't know who.
Yeah.
We don't know who. And he's down. He's down. He's talking to someone, and all of a sudden he says something to the effect of, these guys are making fun of me. I think it might be time to put the band back together. And then he gets up, and wrapped around the back of his chair is an aces and eights vest. And yes, I lost my ever-loving mind. I was like, yeah!
I swear to God, guys. Well, the music hit too, which is awesome. That right? But then the best part is I look into the box because we have it on the side panel here. We're watching. I see Jaybone in his chat box. Just going, fuck you, Jesus, God! Losing his shit. And I was like, holy shit! Cut his mic, cut his video, cut everything.
Possible. And also keep in mind, there's rumors going around that Bully Ray is a free agent now. Apparently he's not working with Ring of Honor anymore. That's what they're saying. I don't know if that's a rumor. And by the way, if anybody has a connection to Bully Ray, please tell him to unblock our show. It's not fair to these guys because I got blocked before any of them joined the show just for being a moron on Twitter. I wasn't running a podcast yet. I was just being an asshole. Something he said on Busted Open. I was being a jerk. And he blocked our show. And it's not fair to Jaybone. It's not fair to Trent. I mean, block me. Block KL on the mic. Because,
don't block me.
Bully Ray not an Impact legend? He is. It's not fair. Yeah. Well, no. I mean, Alicia, you're nice and sweet. There's no reason to block you. But,
this is your doing, Kyle.
Yeah.
Well, here's what you're going to have to do.
Unblock the show.
You're going to have to tweet him from KL on the mic and say, block this instead, but unblock We Talk Impact.
It's not fair to Trent. Trent works hard on this show, and, getting blocked by a Hall of Famer like Bully Ray. It's not fair.
We didn't talk about the flashback, did we?
I mentioned it. I mentioned it briefly when it happened. Yeah, that was Ace and Eight. So I mentioned that we got the hint that would tie in later.
Because that was a great segment, and they showed a lot of it.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh man. And then because Humble Beast, we were going back and forth, and it's like, okay, well, Devon just said he's officially retired. He announced that recently on social media or through something. So we know Devon's not coming back. If anybody from that crew is not coming back, we know it's Devon. Devon's also a producer for the WWE. As far as
what about Mr. Anderson?
He's a free agent,
Mr. Anderson was supposed to come back for the TNA show, wasn't
the
he?
reunion? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And he is another former champion.
He's the champion who never got the right belt to wear, though. I still go back to that. He had to rock that stupid Jeff Hardy title, the face belt. And
God!
I'm like, this guy never got to rock the right belt.
Horrific.
Speak for yourself. I love that belt.
Oh, get out of here! Cut
I
your
love
mic.
the anti-Jeff Hardy stuff.
Not the belt.
Why
did Anderson? I still can't figure out why did he have to wear that belt? Why was it that like when he won it, he had to wear that belt? I don't get it.
I popped when Ken won. Ken's from Wisconsin. I popped. He's from Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Jaybone, let's tell the people proximity to where you are. It's Green Bay is nowhere near where you live. So let's
but I support the Wisconsin guys. I support Austin Aries. I support Ken Anderson. I support a guy from another company. He's bald with a big freaking beard, Tommaso Ciampa.
He's from Milwaukee too. I forget about that. Yeah,
Milwaukee makes great champions. Period.
We got to take it easy on the people with name on the show. What's up? Jeffrey Dahmer from Milwaukee.
Yeah, I thought so.
Milwaukee's the only city I know, guys, that actually has
from Milwaukee. Huh?
They have
Jaybone,
a statue.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
They have a statue of the Crusher, right, Jaybone? The classic wrestler, the Crusher, downtown Milwaukee has a bronze statue of the Crusher, right? Jaybone, have you seen the? I haven't seen the statue yet. I have a bobblehead.
This is a great side story. I know we're completely off the fucking rails, but just bear with me for a second. This is worth it. I went about a year ago, almost exactly a year ago, right after it got put up. I went Father's Day. In fact, it was Father's Day. Father's Day last year. I went with my wife, my son, and we went to go see the Crusher Shrine down in Cudahy, Wisconsin. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
When I went there, oh look, it's little kitty scumbag.
What a scumbag!
I'll hit that.
So I'm there, and I see this card full of ladies and younger girls get out of the car, and they're slowly making their way up to, because it's kind of like above ground on like a platform, and then it's just all the bricks on the ground, all the sponsors that bought bricks that paid to have the thing made and all that stuff. And we're there taking pictures, and I start overhearing stuff. I hear something to the effect of, yes, that's Uncle something, so-and-so right there. And I was like, Uncle? I was like, oh my God, am I in the presence of the Crusher's family feet away from me? So I slowly, cautiously go over. I'm like, hey, I'm sorry. I don't mean to, intervene in what you're doing here. I'm like, did I overhear you say your family of the Crusher? And we had a wonderful conversation.
Great.
And I got my picture taken with them at the Crusher statue. It was
That's
great.
Cool. That's real cool, man.
So I was hanging out there with the nieces. I believe it was nieces of the Crusher.
In the Midwest, the Crusher is like the wrestling is the guy, and no other state has a statue. I mean, that's dedicated to a pro wrestler in any of these states. So I got to give it to Wisconsin. Crusher Reginald Lasowski. That's awesome. Yeah, only state that has it, guys. I've never seen it anywhere else, and especially at a time where statues are coming down. At least Wisconsin has one to a pro wrestler. That's a good thing. But but that was what are we saying here? Anderson once said he could put crayons up his asshole and squat over a piece of paper and make a better looking title. Holy shit! Holy shit!
Wow, that one.
Jesus!
What a scumbag!
Scumbag.
My God, Ted Anderson.
Did I say where he's from?
He's from, yes, you said. But yeah, that was it, guys. That's the episode, June 23rd, 2020. Kyle, you avoided disaster. John capital E period capital B RAVO did not show up to ridicule you tonight. He did not come on the show. So you're safe. And one more day, you make it. So
I don't know whether to say congratulations or I'm sorry.
I was really hoping you hit that on time. Thank you. I'm glad you did.
Kyle, don't play sound bites over me.
That's a great soundbite. That really is a great soundbite.
Were you with that soundbite, Trent?
Kyle, don't play sound bites over me.
Try to talk. Try to do the show. Trent, try.
Please. Don't do it again. Don't.
Kyle, don't play sound bites over me.
Trying to wrap the show.
War Machine, Reno. This is the good stuff.
All right, let's wrap it up. All right, guys, that was it. June 23rd, 2020 episode. I thought it was like, listen, again, hats off to the production team for making this one work. We were handed a load of bullshit as wrestling fans in the last 4 days, and it's not about us. It's about the people who are affected by all these actions, and obviously it's a trickle down. But shows like Impact are affected, and they did the right thing by editing the show to make it less offensive for anybody involved here. So they did an awesome thing. Hats off to them for making this a very safe, clean episode given all the circumstances. So I liked it. I thought they definitely did a good job in making it flow. I didn't feel like I lost anything. Maybe a match or two here and there, but they'll fix it. I know they'll fix it. So
they'll get back on track.
Yes, so we'll definitely get back on track. So everything looks good here, guys. Definitely. All right, here, let me plug this real quick. ProWrestlingTees.com/Total Nonstop Impact. Get your official t-shirts. If you get one, you can come on with us. You can come on the throwback, or you can come on to the Impact Plus Weekly, hang out with us, or you can come on to one of the watch-alongs on Tuesday night before we go live here.
And they're great t-shirts. They're amazing. They make you feel good. They give you magical powers. Like, for example, this is a pro wrestling t-shirt.
That's a cool
same
shirt.
Same material. There's magical power in these shirts. And while you're there, grab a TNI shirt. And these shirts are so good, Trent. If Don West saw them, he would just be like,
"This is a bunch of crap. This just sucks."
I thought he was gonna put them over that. Whatever. Sorry. Screw you, Don West.
So definitely, guys, do that. We on this Thursday on NWA TNA Throwback number 30. Bill Gardner will be joining us. We'll do the review with him. Get a little background on the legend himself. We'll tell you a little bit about him. So if you guys are all wondering who that guy is in the front row with the vest, he's going to be on Thursday night for NWA TNA Throwback.
He's a beautiful man.
Beautiful guy. For number 31, we're going to have, as you might know him on Twitter, Taya's World Order, who is, I think, Taya's World Order 2 now because somebody got his other one suspended. He'll be on 31. That is my good friend Mark. He will be joining us and hanging out with us.
Great dude. You know what? If we're going to start getting listeners on the show, because we love our listeners.
They bought t-shirts, man. That's part of the deal.
The Impact Tribe, man. We love the Impact Tribe. But we got to get that guy Gary on. Gary Campany. He's always in the comments. You know what I'm talking about? Gary.
Yeah, dude.
Gary, he just bombs our comment section every week. And the guy's hysterical. I need to put a voice and a face to those comments. So I want to get Gary on.
Gary listens after, he listens the next day, and he comments while he's listening. So there's a bunch, but he's hilarious.
It helps the videos because he drops 50, 60 comments, and he's not just commenting for nothing. They're really funny, well thought comments. Sometimes he gets creepy. Sometimes he says things about Alisha that I get a little funny about. But he's it's good fun. He's having a good time.
No, he's a nice guy. What the hell is he saying?
Creepy Gary. You don't know Creepy Gary? I've said, hey, Creepy Gary, relax. But he's just.
What the hell did he say about
having a good time? Go read his comments. The guy's an animal. Say that.
Thank you, Gary. But no, listen, guys. You want to buy a T-shirt? You are welcome to come on. So if you've bought one, get a hold of us. We're not going to chase you. You got to let us know if you want to actually be on. So, all right, let's get our plugs in here, guys. Alisha, where can people find you? Connect with you?
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Alisha BKK.
Very nice. Jay, plug it all up, man. You got a lot of stuff going on. You've been podcasting like an animal lately too. What's going on with you?
You can find me over on that other little podcast called Smash This Podcast, where we're smashing all things wrestling. I just did a very beer-fueled, emotional rant, considering all the things that are going on in wrestling today, along with a little rewind of the Undertaker Last Ride series. So if you're curious on that, just go look up Smash This Podcast on YouTube. Smash This Podcast is also available on the Facebook, the Twitter box, and the Instagram. You can find me on the Twitter box at Jaybone5150. That's JAYBONE 5150.
Oh, good for you.
I love you too, Kyle.
Hello.
Kyle, we're going to get a hold of you, man. You're pretty wild on Twitter lately.
Wild. What do you mean? I'm a party, Trent. I'm a one-man walking party. You know that.
Good thing.
Hey, follow me at KL on the mic, not Klon, not Kalon. KL on the Kalon Don. KL on the mic. Shoot me a follow on Twitter.
Nice. Get a hold of them, guys. Guys, you want to support me? I also do another podcast once in a while. It's about indie wrestling, but things are a little off. I do it with Basil, as you guys know Basil. We do one called the Backstage Boys podcast. It's mainly about indie wrestling production and behind the scenes stuff. Since there is none of that going on right now, it's mostly us just talking some shit. But if you want to hang out, look up the Backstage Boys on all media platforms. Also, you want to support Hemi Music on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and pick up one of our cool new shirts. The link is at the bottom, belowthecollar.com/Hemi Music, or just hemimusic.com is the best way to support me. Also, guys, if you want to connect with us on the show, the link is at the bottom. We Talk Impact on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. It's all there. Like us, follow us, give us your feedback on all the shows. We appreciate all feedback. Everything's welcome. And don't forget, for audio listeners, you can get the show wherever podcasts are found. Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, SoundCloud, Google Play, iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, Spotify, Geo7 in India, and a bunch of other unknown ones. We're on them. And we're also going to be on Pandora Podcast. Anybody know? I didn't even know Pandora did podcasts. Did anybody know
what that is? Hey, let us on. We'll take it.
It's in review right now. We'll be on Pandora also, but all the major podcast platforms we're on them.
Anywhere there's podcasts, there's Impact fans looking for a podcast. That's what I say. That's what I say.
I need to give a special
Impact podcast and platforms, Trent. I got to take a moment here. Look, if you made it this far into the review, you're one of our true diehards, one of our real loyal listeners, and we appreciate that. And Trent, we always say, sometimes we wish that the listeners would be a little more militant, but we're good people. We don't ask them for much. You know, we're not pushy. But I got to ask the listeners, the diehard listeners, for a favor. I need you to go on Twitter, and if you want to help us, you want to do something for the show, go on Twitter, and what I want you to do is tweet at Mr.
Hey, Vince Russo, how you doing?
And let him know that you want Total Nonstop Impact TNI on the brand as an Impact review for the brand, because we can't make that happen, Trent, unless the listeners let Mr. Russo. Hold on.
Hey, Vince Russo, how you doing?
You gotta let him know. They have to let him know. There has to be a demand, Trent. But we're getting brand listeners here every week in the comment section.
That's what I want to shout those guys out.
We gotta earn it, Trent. We gotta earn it.
We did. We had Russo on, and a lot of the listeners from the brand have joined our little network here because they had no idea there's an Impact pod out there. So I want to thank all you guys who came over from Russo's brand to listen to us. There's been more and more every week, and I appreciate you guys checking us out. So
hey, Vince Russo, how you doing?
You can see his face in the video where he realizes that his voice breaks.
Hey, Vince Russo, how you doing?
Back there. I go, I just embarrassed myself, and this little bastard is gonna put it on some internet show for hundreds of random people.
Jay, what do you got to say? You got to say something here.
I got one last thing. I found out recently. Now, Trent, I don't know why you didn't tell us this.
What'd I do?
Look, we're getting pretty close. We're like brothers. We're like family. We're a podcast family. And you've been talking about some, things you've been doing, some new things you've been starting while you've been in this COVID lockdown stuff. You started painting and some stuff. I didn't know that you started modeling.
I didn't start modeling. What happened?
Oh,
oh my God. Oh
wow.
Zach, behind this. I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna find him.
I can't unsee this.
Wait a minute.
I can't unsee it.
Where did that back up? Trent was sexy. I'm getting hot and bothered. I'm getting tired.
Where did that picture of that face even come from? I haven't had that. Look at that goddamn douchebag chin stripe thing. Patch I had.
The creepy part is I don't know how he got that picture of me, and I don't know how he got that picture of you. Where did he find those?
Dude, I don't know.
They're on our Facebooks anyway. I don't know what's happening. I don't know.
I'm so curious where that picture came from.
Oh, no, Trent. Because I'm so comfortable on the show. I'm the one pulling all that sort of stuff. So when something comes into my zone and threatens me on my high horse, my scumbaggetry high horse, I'm scared. I'm threatened. I don't know what's coming.
Where the hell did that picture of me come the face? I can't figure out where the face came from.
Look, just try. I just want to let you know we love you, and if you want to do male semi-naked modeling, it's okay. We love you.
We could use the OnlyFans money in the publicity, you know.
Well, guys, I've done.
Like, take it home.
Guys, I've done. I want to say something here. I've done great things in my life. I've released albums. I've been on television. I've met many celebrities and taken great photos with those people. And I've nice pictures of my family. I'm a good family man with my friends. I've produced pro wrestling. I've done a lot of good things, man. But for some reason, the pictures you people find are the worst photos of me that I've ever taken, and I bury amongst all the shit that I've done. And for some reason, these haunt me. I wish one day, Kyle. I just wish we could have a heart.
That's what sticks, man. That's a thing here on the show. We always find out from even when we had Sure Thing John Shane. Well, that's what sticks. Like talk about the Lex Luger video. This is what sticks, Trent.
There you go.
Nobody cares about Hemi performing at All Glory, Trent. Nobody. They care about the afro. They care about Scum. They care about Jaybone's lollipops.
Jay, cue up the video. Guys, thank you all for
wrestling.
hanging out with us. We appreciate you guys hanging out with us tonight. It was awesome. It's been a tough week. Stay positive. These things everything will kind of settle. We'll weed out a lot of the garbage in professional wrestling in due time. Trust me, a lot of shit's going to change for the better. Just a little rough week, so don't let it get you down. We'll be back here, guys, Thursday night. Bill Gardner on NWA TNI Throwback number 30. Watch on Impact Plus. Watch along. Make sure you're up to date with us, and you can enjoy the show with us because Raven debuted last week, and it was awesome. Jaybone popped for that one as well. He went nuts in his little video box. So, all right, guys, we'll see you Thursday night. Thank you all for joining us. Jay, hit the button. We'll see you guys Thursday. Thank you all. Have a great night, everybody.
Kyle, don't play sound bites over me. Find me the name of this garbage show again that I'm on.
Total Nonstop Impact.
My name's John, capital letter E, period, Bravo, and you're listening to the Total Nonstop Impact Podcast.
This is the real Impact Wrestling World Champion, Big Mike Michael Hogan, and you're listening to Total Nonstop Impact.
This is the jaw-jacking Tuesday Night Impact, and his mother called him son because he shines like one. Mocha skin manimal, Rohit, Raju, and you are watching Total Nonstop Impact.
This is Taya, la güera loca, and you are listening to Total Nonstop Impact.
The Walking Weapon, Josh Alexander, and you're listening to Total Nonstop Impact.
We are the Rascals. And you are listening to Total
Nonstop
Impact Podcast, baby.
Woo! And what you're really listening to is Total Nonstop Impact. Don't you dare miss a lesson. Oh, yeah.